So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey, what's up? This is Ho Ho Hong Kong. I am Andy Curtin, and I'm flying without Vivek today. He's a little bit under the weather, so sending him some good wishes. And yeah, if you want to check me out online, you can find me at Andy Curtin on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz. And I've got an awesome friend here today, Michael Hampden. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you doing, Andy?
Do you want to plug your own socials or anything like that? Do you want people to follow you online or no?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at BigMikeyVR. MIKEY, and anyway, that's basically. I'm not a big social media guy, at least not yet. But yeah.
Did you see that documentary, Social Dilemma?
Unfortunately, I haven't seen that one yet. I saw Social Network back in the day.
If you want to get no, totally do it. Social Network's like the Facebook one, right?
Yeah.
No. This is just like it's interviews with people who were like high level at Facebook and Google and Twitter, and basically, but like your phone is designed to mess you up.
Yeah.
And ever since I watched that, I'm like barely using social media, which is probably not the best strategy. But anyway, so I got you on today because you are a virtual reality guru.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm well.
Why don't you tell everybody tell us what your job is? Like, what are you doing?
Okay, so yeah, I work for Sandbox VR. I'm the creative director and head of studios over there. Which
is awesome, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I went out there with a bunch of comics and with Seth Waters and Ash, and we had so much fun. It's really cool what you guys are doing there.
Thanks, man. Yeah, people generally seem to have a pretty good time, so we love to see that. And it's all about kind of creating something for people to get out there and have fun now.
Yeah, just doing something different, There's not that much different to do in Hong Kong. You get you can eat, you can get booze, but how much other stuff is there to do, really?
I mean, it's tough when you don't have like a place you can drive to that's out of town and go run around in a field. That's kind of how I spent, I guess, my youth. So
yeah,
we offer like a something you can do with friends that's social. You can bring up to 6 people. So you just kind of get out there and fight some zombies together and, have a good time.
As you do. I can't do it in a field. You can go and do the virtual reality version of it.
That's right.
So how did you end up in Hong Kong? Like, what led you here?
Well, yeah, I've been working in the video games industry for about 17 years now. So
17? Dude, you look like you're about 17.
Unfortunately.
17 years? What did you start when you were 3?
I got my first job in the industry when I was like
22,
20, yeah, 22 actually was the very first one, yeah. In terms of my first full-time paid gig, yeah. But I did some volunteering before that. But anyway, yeah, about 2 years ago, I was working with Sony PlayStation Studios in London.
Dude.
And so I was kind of like thinking about my next moves after finishing a title there called Blood and Truth, which was a really cool PlayStation VR game. And yeah, opportunity came up with Sandbox here, so really wanted to come and work on some really next level VR stuff that just gives people a whole new experience that they haven't had before.
So you got your dream job, right? I don't mean that Sandbox was like dream industry. Like I get to make computer games.
Oh yeah. It was actually my dream job. Like when I was 5 years old, playing Super Mario Brothers, I was like, "Damn, we want to do."
What are we talking about here? SNES?
No, like NES.
Yeah, I played NES.
That's how incredibly old I am.
No, dude, I'm 30. I'm 37 in like 3 weeks. So
okay.
I'm not that far behind you. Also, I look like 10 years older than you.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I wish I was joking. So that's rad, dude. So you're in London. What did you just get online and you're like, I got to Hong Kong. That's pretty bold.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I've done a few moves like that before in my career. Moved to different places in the world. So I met. I have a friend basically I used to work with, and he kind of recommended me. Recommended I chat with Steve Zhao, who's the CEO of Sandbox. And after one conversation with Steve, I was pretty sold, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, just the ambition for the company, and actually just coming to Hong Kong.
Had you been to Asia before? Or?
I had, yeah. I'd spent 3.5 years living in Singapore. Working
nice.
With Ubisoft over there on Assassin's Creed. I don't know if you heard about that.
I know the name. I'm not really. I gamed as a teenager, I guess, but then once I hit university, it was like I was pretty much done with it.
Okay.
I was too busy
now would you
banging
like to
my
get
head
back
against the wall,
the comedy thing, yeah.
burning down comedy clubs.
Yeah. Well, that's a much more productive use of time.
I don't know if that is true. I'm really not sure about that. So tell me, like, before we get into it, like, what do you think of Hong Kong? What's your vibe on the city?
I've always enjoyed Hong Kong. It's like it's a really cool city. There's a lot of dynamic energy here. A lot of interesting people you meet from all over the place. So it's definitely quite a cool city. I enjoy the travel aspect of it as well. Although with COVID, that's all kind of gone.
You normally travel like pre-COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I love being in Hong Kong and like how you can just get around. Like you're up in Taipei or up in Tokyo. Like it's so easy to go to awesome places.
Yep.
Especially when you come from Australia. It's like any international flight is 8 hours, minimum 8 hours. Really, unless you go to New Zealand and like who would want to go there? So tell me about what Sandbox is doing, because it's not that old, is it?
Yeah, the company's like not that old at all. It's about sort of 3.5 years or so now since Sandbox opened. It was really kind of a crazy story here, with Sandbox. Actually, the team started with just a small handful of guys. They basically had about 6 months to figure out how to build a game, for how to get this technology working for the motion tracking virtual reality technology that we do.
So they don't buy it? They have to develop themselves?
There's hardware things that we buy, but in terms of the software that kind of connects everything and makes it work, that stuff is our own technology.
Really?
Yeah, with the motion tracking cameras. So
interesting.
Yeah. So after sort of these 6 months to like basically make a game, figure out the technology, and build a retail location here in Hong Kong. That's actually what Sandbox VR did. So within the first 6 months in the company,
6 months to make a game seems like a lot.
It's really, really short, actually, to make a game. 6 months is very, very short.
No, I meant like a lot to do in 6 months.
Oh, yeah. No, that was insane. I
meant the opposite of what I said.
So it's definitely a real challenge to get those three things done.
Were you there for that?
I wasn't. I was pre when I joined, but the cool thing about it was that after they managed to get that all done in, I think it's 5.5 or something months or 5 months, and then the store was actually
for 2 weeks.
The store was actually sold out for the first like 6 months, pretty much, of its opening. After that,
really,
so, yeah, so
a hot start.
It was very hot start, and kind of company's been going since then. Obviously, had some interesting challenges with COVID coming and being a retail business, but we're trying to get through those as best as we can.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been. I mean, you're operating now, right? Like, you've been pretty fortunate in terms of, like, a lot of businesses have been shut for the maximum amount of time.
We were closed for a bit, but we're open again now.
Yeah. Well, and also, like, 4 people, no problem there.
Yeah, that's true.
What are you restricted to now? 6 or 4? How many people can you have in a game? What's the maximum?
So the maximum that our hardware supports is 6. Currently, and then I think right now we can accept bookings of 6 again, because the lockdown restrictions in Hong Kong have been kind of eased a little bit. So I think we're allowed 6 in our stores. But check the website to learn more.
Yeah, check the website, because I have no idea. How many stores do you have? You guys are not just in Hong Kong, are you?
No, we have stores in the United States. We have a store in Macau, Singapore, 2 in Indonesia. 1 in Vancouver in Canada. So we're kind of all over the place, actually.
But it started here, it's being developed out of here.
It did, yeah.
Local guys?
Company, yeah. Local Hong Kongers started the company. Steve Zhao, who's my boss, started the company basically, and with some other guys who were from Hong Kong.
And they've got some pretty big backing as well, don't they?
The company does, yeah. So
I think I read somewhere Alibaba is behind it.
Yeah, Alibaba's one of our investors. So is Andreessen Horowitz, which is one of the bigger, firms in Silicon Valley. So it's pretty awesome. The partners been able to work with, And we've been able to work with some big partners and projects as well. Like,
And do you get to interact with those guys, or they're just like, we give you money, you know?
Well, we have like board meetings and stuff where I have talked to them and stuff in the past. You know, you answer some difficult questions on the hot seat, but
So they come in and they're really active in wanting to know what's going on.
yeah, definitely. You know, like it's obviously an investment, so they want to make sure that, you know, we're on the right track as a company. And
Is
so
it something that they see, like, would Alibaba try and involve it? I don't know if you're allowed to talk about this, but would they want to try and use it in their own business, or like find other applications for it?
Well, I think with any investment, you know, that if there
It's like
are,
a strategic investment is really what I'm saying.
I'd say all the investments we always, you know, with both the people who are trying to get the money and the people who are trying to invest the money are really looking for cases where sometimes the connections and having these working relationships might help other investments that they also have or other businesses. So I can't really speak to too much about that with Alibaba in particular, but you know, they definitely you know, have been a great supporter of us so far. So it's been awesome working with them.
So what are like the big challenges with VR? Like what, you know, what are kind of the breakthroughs that you've had to have in the company since you started?
Wow. I mean, there's just so much to figure out, you know, because it's brand new technology. It's not like, you know, you can sort of take another technology that people already know and really works and just go like, okay, this is just like that. You know, you sort of can imagine with, you know, the difference between movies and how much they've evolved in the last, you know, 30 years. It's quite different. So, and VR is such a new industry. It's only really been sort of around, you know, sort of arguably 6 or 7 years since the new wave of VR started.
Like Oculus, is that the one everyone talks about?
Yeah, Oculus was kind of with their DK1 headset was pretty much like the first one to kind of relaunch the wave of VR that kind of died out in the 90s before. So yeah, but the new wave of VR is pretty dope, and you know, like we're evolving really, really rapidly, but it's still such a new industry that, you know, it's like back in the old days with movies, people were trying to figure out like how to make cameras that could actually record the film, you know, and do that and figure out how to do all these shots and stuff. So it's really like the birth of this new medium with VR, and we're seeing the early days, but we're making a lot of progress.
Interesting. Yeah. Hey, while I think of it, do people ever freak out?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
What happens? I'm desperate to know. Like,
you know, like when I was at Sony, we had people trying our deep demo, which was like a shark kind of thing, chasing you around in a shark cage underwater. And sometimes people would just like this is like everybody trying VR for the very first time. Sometimes they would just forget where they are. They'd run into a wall, or you know, they would just.
Have you had any like legitimate injuries?
You know,
or just people just bash their head and freak out?
There hasn't been anything too serious, but you know, like there's been cases where we have had people you know, kind of forget where they are for a little bit and kind of trip or something. Occasionally it happens with Sandbox, but it's super, super rare. You know, we have a lot of safety precautions in place, so we try and keep everybody safe that comes. But, you know, it can happen if our guests kind of like forget, you know, to just keep their balance, basically.
Yeah, I feel like it was pretty clear when I was there. At no point did I feel like the walls were like uncertain where they were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think people just kind of get caught up in the moment on rare occasions and just kind of forget and start running.
What's like the weirdest thing you see people do when they've got the mask on? They don't realize that you're looking at them in a blank room.
Well, the funniest thing is just how because VR has this power of kind of transporting you to a different place, you really forget the surrounding world. So, you know, one of the great things about our office space that we had in Hong Kong was to have a big play area for our VR testing, and then around that would be everyone's desks and we working. And we used to have a lot of people come in for demos, investors and journalists and things like that. And, you know, with some of our games are a bit scary, like Deadwood Mansion or Zombie Experience is pretty scary. It's very appropriate for Halloween. But anyway, like they would literally start screaming at the top of their lungs for like 20 minutes straight and you know, wailing and crying and, you know, cursing.
Oh my
and,
God.
and then they take the helmet off, and suddenly, oh, I'm actually in front of like a crowd of 40 people that's gathered because
Who
it's
are
so
all
entertaining.
laughing.
Yes. Yeah, we're laughing our heads off because it's so funny seeing someone like screaming in Cantonese and
Oh
wailing.
man, it's so
shooting
funny because I'm like, what an idiot, and then I'm like, wait, did I do that? Like, legitimately not sure.
It's possible. It's definitely possible. I'm going to dig up this footage, Andy, of your session.
Yeah,
We'll
I
see.
bet it's in
We'll
there
see.
somewhere.
We'll see just how
That'd be
cowardly you may have
great
been.
blackmail on everyone. Be like, before you go for this political position, let me show this video of you crying with a headset on.
Right. You've just discovered my secret plot, actually. That's in record time you've uncovered it all.
So they must have some pretty ambitious plans to like take over the world, I guess.
We're working on it. Yeah.
What's the direction they want to go in? Is it just opening more? Is they're focused on like the technology, or they getting more stores open? Or where do they want to take it?
Yeah, I mean, we want to kind of, our ultimate vision is a holodeck in every neighborhood. It's basically what we call our experience rooms.
Holodeck.
Holodecks, yeah, kind of.
Is that your name, or is that the name for like virtual reality?
That's that term is actually a term created by Star Trek.
I didn't know that.
Okay. You have to be an enormous nerd like me, I guess, to know that. But, it's a Star Trek term, which basically the holodeck in Star Trek was like this room you could go into, and everything you could. It's like being in the Matrix, basically.
Yeah.
But it's just for your entertainment. So that's kind of like what we want to deliver. That's our ultimate vision, is to have
In every neighborhood of Hong Kong,
of the world.
of the world. Damn, they really are looking for global domination.
Like we want to be like movie theaters of virtual reality, kind of same kind of vibe.
But there must be other, people out there doing the same thing in different places, right?
There's definitely some competitors. A lot of people are opening kind of more mom and pop kind of stores, but like with our advantage, it being that we actually produce all of our own content, so you can't play our experiences anywhere but
Right.
Sandbox, and they've all been designed from the ground up.
Because there's other
too.
virtual reality in Hong Kong as well.
I think there is. Yeah, I think there's some. I know that there.
And
were
there's different
more.
because I saw a photo of it, and like you guys are in a box, like you're walking around in a box room. Those ones were like standing on like a travelator that you walk around on. My friend said she did it, and it made her puke.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? When you don't have the motion tracking cameras to accurately represent like where your real body is in virtual reality, then creates a disconnect in your brain and actually makes people sick. So
Really?
it's interesting.
Did you guys have to figure that out? Like that's something you went like, oh, we got a lot of puke here.
Well, I've been working in VR for 5 years now. So like basically when I started, that all this stuff was brand new.
That sounds like
Simulation
early
sickness.
medicine, Like we keep killing them. It's
I
the
know.
tracking.
Let's use cocaine for everyone. Like let's put that in soft drinks.
Oh, dude, people doing it on VR and cocaine, which would be the most Hong Kong thing ever, by the way.
We do not endorse that. I'm talking back in the day, Coca-Cola.
That'd be some screaming.
Yeah, that would be. That would definitely be a way to raise the pulses. But yeah. Anyway, sorry. Go on.
So, what makes a great VR game? Like, when you look at it, like if you're looking at a game, you're like, what are the really standout features that make a game, that hook people in?
VR is really all about just trying to remove every layer of your brain going, no, this isn't real. So like you have to there's a lot of things that work in like traditional video games, like hot points, like you see your score, in the arcade, if you remember, like, you have this like 2D elements and text and stuff in front of you. In virtual reality, like that stuff generally really takes away from your immersion. It makes you remember that you're playing something that's not real, instead of having you just release your sort of feeling of that's not real. And so, what you want is just something that really gets you into it and keep you there. So the best real experiences are the one that basically gives your brain the freedom to enjoy that believability of the world that's been created.
Some of them you got one that people fight, right? Like it's a fighting game.
Yeah, we do.
I can see that going badly.
Unbound Fighting League. Yeah, well, it's actually it's really funny.
Do they connect in real life? They don't connect in real life.
They don't. No, we had.
So how do you simulate like do you hold something and hit like a stick? I haven't played that one. So we played one that was like Amber Sky, I think, which you just updated, right?
Yeah, well, we're working on an update now.
You're about
We'll
to
be
update
updating
it?
soon. Yeah, brand new update.
And that was like, a shooter, I guess you would call it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a sci-fi space shooter fighting off aliens.
Yeah, which is great. But so obviously it's easy to understand how with a gun you can have the movement and stuff, but when you're with a stick, like you're hitting people, how do you know you've hit something?
So you're actually just using like what we call a wand in your hand. So the wand is not much bigger than your hand, and it actually has this like protective kind of rubbery shield around it.
Right.
So we actually don't have people often connecting with their hands, but that's like the most common thing because like you're sort of swinging as if you're swinging the sword but without the blade. So you're just swinging like the hilt of the sword.
Got it.
The rest of the sword is virtual. And so
I thought you gave him actual sticks.
No, no, we tried that, and then people
After killing 9 people.
Yeah, several of the victims'
Yeah, what if
families
we
are
don't
still
use
suing
actual
us.
swords, given they're not going to see them anyway?
Yeah, it was a strange direction we started with. No, it was cool though. I mean that project, we did have to figure out a lot of safety features because when we started testing it at first, we didn't have any of the safety features of the game in place, and so our staff member were sometimes hitting each other, including one time we had the paramedics visit the office due to somebody catching a punch accidentally in the headset. But
no, it must have been a big punch for an ambulance.
yeah, well, he had a virtual reality
wasn't it?
headset on, so no, it wasn't. I mean, he wouldn't have got up if it was me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, no, it was an interesting challenge to like figure out how to make this actually really safe for everyone to come in and play. But yeah, we haven't had any significant incidents since we launched it, so it's great. Yeah,
that is super cool. So what else, like, because virtual reality, as you say, is like kind of it's advancing a lot right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What else is happening other than? Is it just for gaming? There must be other stuff going on.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Do you interact with like augmented reality or any of that stuff?
I think all these technologies are a lot of people are saying it's kind of merging. It sort of will, I think, at some point in the far future, sort of VR and AR will sort of just become, XR or whatever, and we'll just
What's XR?
It's like
That's mixing the two of them.
yeah, mixed reality. So it's kind of like
That's where people are going to go insane.
I think so. I mean, let's hope, right?
Yeah,
that's no
more so than now.
Maybe, but we can actually solve problems. Like we are seeing a lot of medical applications for virtual reality.
Oh yeah,
happening. So, for example, if you're getting physiotherapy, like I had, if you can see this, it's really, really great for the audience at home.
Oh,
but I've
bro,
got
that
an
is a
enormous
serious scar
on my arm, and yeah,
from bashing someone in a virtual reality room.
No, I was when I was 12, I invented a sport called street surfing involving rollerblades, a water skiing cord, and my friend on a dirt bike, and no helmet or pads because it was the 90s.
How old were you when you did that?
I think about 12.
What did you land on?
I landed on the curb and shattered my arm from elbow to shoulder pretty much. At 12 hours of reconstructive surgery, 6 months of physiotherapy, and I can bend my arm again. But the thing about it that they're using virtual reality now in medical is you can actually distract someone from the pain of physiotherapy by putting them in VR, giving their mind a different way to occupy itself. So
why don't you just give them an anesthetic though?
Well, with physio, they generally don't want to anesthetize people because it is such a frequent treatment. Like some people need it,
that is
multiple times a
fascinating.
week when they're trying to recover from certain injuries. So
That kind of reminds me of like some episode of like Grey's Anatomy or something where this woman like want to be hypnotized during surgery instead of anesthetic.
Yeah.
And it was like going really well, and then halfway through it, she was just like, "Wah!"
That seems like a terrible, terrible doctor who would agree to that.
Yeah. I mean,
I wouldn't be performing surgery on people who are awake generally.
no, I certainly would only do it if they had a virtual reality helmet.
Yeah.
That's my rule.
Yeah, that's, or if you had one on, during the surgery. At least then you can see.
It's like, it's not my fault I hurt you. I thought you were an alien.
Right.
So
Exactly.
what else? Like, so you got medical applications. Is there anything else?
Fitness. fitness applications are huge. Like UFL, our game, Unbound Fighting League. Like if you play that, you'll have an amazingly great workout. By the
Really?
Yeah, it's one.
So
of the
you
most
actually got to run
physically
around.
intense.
But hang
Yeah.
on, like, how are they running? How big is the room?
The room is like 4 meters by 6 meters.
Okay, so where's the workout?
So basically, you're designed in two halves. So you can imagine a boxing ring, right? A boxing ring isn't necessarily a huge space, but the boxers, if you've ever boxed around, boxing is my sport, and like, if you box even one round, it's absolutely exhausting.
Yeah, but you're hitting like what? It's football, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like football. So what are you running back and forth, or?
Oh, in UFL?
Yeah.
No, it's like fencing. It's like lightsaber duels. So all the energy, goes from your swings.
I thought it was like a football league thing.
Dodging out of the way. No, it's basically like fighting. It's like
weapons, Ultimate Fighter. Yeah.
Swords, spears. You get like Wolverine style claws in the game, which are pretty dope.
That is very cool.
Yeah, and you just bash your friends in a nice, safe way, and no one gets hurt. So it's a lot of fun.
So for your role specifically, are you like focused on the game development? Like that's what you work on?
Yeah, I'm responsible for the team that develops the game. Figuring out like how to make people have fun is basically my job.
And do you just take because how many games do you have now?
We have 5 different experiences.
It must be
now.
pretty hard to add an experience because you got to get an extra room or cut an experience or.
So basically, all of our rooms support all of our experiences. So it's
all the rooms are the same.
Yeah. So if you imagine, well, some are different size wise. Some are bigger, some are smaller. But that just that value is just dictating the size of the group.
Got
so
it.
6 players go in a 6-player room. 4 players go in a 4-player room.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Is there anything like do you feel like you're restricted? There must be some restrictions in only having people in that size space. Is there a different space out there that you could do a different style of virtual reality in? Like, what could you do differently?
Sure. I mean, there's certain virtual reality, I guess, locations which have a larger space. And I think some in other countries which have a really huge space, even like an arena and stuff.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
So you can do that. I guess
Not the most obvious thing to do in Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong that would be a challenge, but I think the other thing that it lacks is like we actually want people to be together when we're playing Sandbox VR. Like we want you close to your friends so you can interact with them. You can high five each other. You can put your arm on each other's shoulder to heal you.
Yeah, I remember that. That was the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So like we actually want you together and interacting together. So you can do a bigger room, but without that, you don't have the social interaction. You don't have the quality of the motion tracking. So again, some people will suffer with simulation sickness. When you have not good tracking quality and stuff. So there's some advantages to each kind of setup.
So could you talk me through that? Because I don't think I fully understand it. So tracking quality, that means the movements that you're seeing don't match your actual movements,
Right.
and
Yeah.
then that makes people sick? That gives them motion sickness?
So basically, it's a process in the brain which is there to protect you from being poisoned. So imagine you're a caveman. Back in the
I
day.
am. Imagine you're an uncultured person, doesn't shower very often. I'm with you right now, buddy. I am there.
Yeah. I mean, the odor is fine. I'm getting used to it. But like back in the day, if you're a caveman, you don't really know necessarily what to eat, what's good for you, what's not so good for you to eat, what's poisonous. So you eat a bunch of berries, and then after a while, your vision starts to blur, and your body says, "Okay, it's time to sit down. It's time to like rest for a while and like let this poison go through our system, so we don't, die basically." By doing something stupid like eating more berries. So this like sense that we have basically it detects when there's an irregularities between what we see visually and what we feel physically. So that when you see triple of something, if you've been drinking to big excess,
I don't know what that's like.
Then you're obviously you start. Yeah, you'd never would have experienced that.
No.
So you have this feeling of sickness that it's time to throw up, it's time to relax, and your brain's going, "Oh, I must be poisoned. It's time to trigger all these things." And so that's what happens. That's what can happen with virtual reality if it's not.
Do you ever get people who like the tracking isn't very good, so then they try to sleep with someone that's less attractive?
Unfortunately, we haven't figured out that yet. I'm trying to figure that out personally, just for my own personal reasons.
They just start dancing terribly.
Yeah. That's something.
They're like, the tracking is bad. I need to eat McDonald's.
It could happen. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe you could use virtual reality to stop people from puking while they're drunk.
Wow, it's almost like pukeception or something.
Wow, yeah. That you definitely, if you ever figure this out, you have to use that name.
Okay.
That's
pukeception. We'll work on that. That'll be our next big thing.
Is there virtual reality like outdoors? Have you ever seen that?
You can use it outdoors. There's certain headsets now.
Because Oculus you can just take anywhere, right? But I mean, like, is there a way where the outdoors could be part of it? And you're not just like potentially running into stuff.
I mean, that's probably more where you'd see augmented reality. If you actually wanted to use
because you need to know what's
word.
Yeah.
So augmented reality works by sort of putting virtual objects over top of or in the same space as real objects. Pokemon Go is probably the most obvious example that most people have played.
Yeah.
But I think we'll see a lot of this stuff develop in the future, and I do see down the road having some right now the thing that we're missing is touch. That's the thing that is pretty awesome about Sandbox actually, is because you've got this like vibrating vest that you wear, so you feel the reaction. But that's the big thing that's going to come is you imagine wearing some gloves where you can touch a virtual object that's not there and it feels like it's there. That's the thing that's really going to change things, and we're still a few years away.
So virtual reality is at the lonely single guy phase.
That's right. It's the
just
online
missing
girlfriend
the sense
phase.
of touch.
Yeah, that's right. Right now, VR is in the online girlfriend phase of relationships.
How far away do you think that might be?
I mean, it's sort of always in that constant sort of it's 5 or 10 years away. So I'm going to have to say it's 5 or 10 years away. But I hope.
Is that like a permanent thing? Like, is that like when you ask a Chinese person, it's 5 minutes, and they're like, it's really an hour?
I don't know. I would say that it's just one of those things where with virtual reality tech, it has come a huge way in the last 5 years, but it's still like the expectation for what virtual reality is. I mean, just that term. Virtual reality, it makes you think all these thoughts and pictures in your head of like how amazing this is going to be, and it is amazing the stuff we can do these days with the technology we got. But
there's clearly a long way to go.
More, that we can do once we have the technology. So it's exciting.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could get to that like avatar level, right? Am I correct in saying that like a computer game, the quality of the graphics is higher than you can currently get in virtual reality? Is that right?
That's true. Yeah, basically it's the screen resolution, which is kind of a limiting factor,
right?
Because
why is that? Because the headsets just don't have.
Yeah, they don't have the technology yet to really shrink. Get enough pixels per inch for it to really look like a crystal clear image with your eyes. I mean, it still looks good. But, in the future, we're going to have, crazy amounts of pixels per inch. And then that way, you'll be able to see a display that really helps even fool you more into believing that you're in a real place that's just virtual. That's
going to get like total avatar, right? Like,
yeah, that's the goal. I mean, there's even... it's all kind of sci-fi, but there's possibilities down the road that we might be able to plug directly into the brain, and obviously
that's what Elon Musk talks about,
yeah, with like Neuralink and stuff.
Didn't they announce something recently?
Yeah, Neuralink. It's like they're right now focused more on medical applications and stuff, and removing things like the need for people to have to stay paralyzed, if they've got spinal cord injuries, that would be the first, I think, application.
Yeah, fine, help people, but I want to play games.
Right? I better talk to Elon and see if we can.
Because he's a massive gamer, if I understand correctly.
I'm not sure. I guess
I believe he's like a crazy gamer.
Cool. Well, I don't know how he finds the time running that many companies.
Apparently he does.
Games,
Apparently he's like wildly into computer games.
I don't think he's playing Fortnite then or something. It's
was that like a really long?
Consuming.
Yeah, time consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I could look it up, but I'm pretty sure he's like crazy into it. So, what have been the biggest challenges or like obstacles at Sandbox since it started or since you've been there?
Well, I think
Other than COVID.
yeah, okay.
Because COVID must be hitting you everywhere right now.
COVID is the biggest challenge right now.
Are most of them probably shut right now still?
A lot of our locations are not open in North America, but we are trying to work with the local counties and find a way to open them in a safe way. We have a very, very good and very safe procedure to make sure everybody.
You don't need that many people in there either. It's not like a crowd.
Yeah, that's true. It's only supporting.
I feel like Americans would really like virtual reality right now. They're like, yeah, we'd like to be anywhere else.
Oh, it's amazing! Like our Chicago store has pretty much been sold out for just about like the last month. So people were.
How old is it?
Available the Chicago store?
Yeah.
It's been open for less than 6 months now.
Dude, that's awesome.
And we haven't been able to open all of the entire way, obviously, because the America went into lockdown. So where we are opening, we are seeing a huge demand, and there's always so much great feedback from people that play that we just hope that we can continue to work with the regulators and get the stores open and allow our customers to come in and do something fun.
It must be pretty rad for you to be like designing these games and knowing that the market, like the places they're going out, is just getting further and further away. Where's your hometown?
I'm from a place called Saskatoon, Saskatchewan in Canada. Yeah, a little town on the prairies. Well, small city, I should say. 200,000 people.
Are you into... Yeah, that's pretty small. That's like my apartment building here.
Right, yeah. That's a neighborhood in Hong Kong. Yeah, very true.
Not even a neighborhood.
Yeah.
I mean, where you are now, like we're in Jordan now. I believe that Mongkok is the densest place on earth.
Wow,
that's my understanding.
That's amazing.
And people probably look that up and just prove me immediately wrong. But neither of us know that it's wrong. So
yeah, well, in 10 years you'll be able to Google it on your Neuralink in your brain, and then you won't be wrong before.
That was the thing that Musk was saying, is like to think of like the use of a phone or a computer as like a bottleneck in getting the information that's out there, and that the Neuralink just speeds that whole exchange up a lot.
It's going to be cool. We're going to see what's happening.
Yeah, but the problem is it's like you'll have access to any information. It's like, do we know how the internet works? Most of the information is wrong and like actively misleading.
That's true. Yeah.
People, that's risky business, plugging that stuff into your head.
We're going to see. It's going to change the world, I guess, in ways that we probably have no idea yet. Much like the internet has.
Yeah. So what big stuff do you guys have? Is there anything you can tell us that you're like focused on that's going to come out?
Well, what I can announce today, or I guess speak to today, is that we've got some super great upgrades coming for Amber Sky and Curse of Davy Jones. Our Curse of Davy Jones experience is kind of like, it feels a bit more like Pirates of the Caribbean kind of style now, at least in its tone. But we're actually changing it to feel more like a Pixar movie almost. Like it's a cartoony style. Really, really fun, very irreverent. And so, yeah, I think people are going to absolutely love that update. It's going to be great for families to go and play. You can take your kids if you want.
No, dude, the kids are like 3.
Oh, right.
3 and 1. What's the minimum age?
The minimum age, we generally say it's kind of usually around 8 to 10.
Yeah, I'm way off.
The main thing is, you need to make sure that, the people have to be able to comfortably wear the equipment, right? Obviously, if a kid's too small to wear a wearable PC backpack, obviously they're not going to be able to play and enjoy. But
yeah.
Is there anything else you want to tell people about checking out Sandbox before we get out of here?
It's an awesome social experience with your friends. Come down, you'll have a blast. Play any of our experiences, and I'm sure you're gonna be back for more if you give it a shot.
I want to go back, dude. Legitimately, like I didn't realize you were working there when I went out to it. In fact, I posted a video.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, thanks for coming in, man. I'm like, what are you just thanking me for random... I didn't put it together that's what you do.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, it must have been very creepy when you first saw the message then.
Yeah, I'm not that stupid.
I like your photos.
Yeah, thank you for your Instagram pictures. I loved it, man. Yeah, I'm not... As I said, I'm not really a gamer, but I'm definitely coming back to check it out. Hey, dude, can't recommend checking out enough. And thank you so much for coming on today, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Cheers.